Whether it's sitting too long, whether it's going for a long walk and irritating something, achy hips can be a real annoyance. And today I'm going to take you through a 10-minute quick routine to ease tension and help those stiff, achy hips. My name is Dr. Dawn Andalone. I am a pelvic floor physical therapist, women's health specialist, and Pilates instructor. And I have worked with so many women that have had hip pain at some point in their life and it's stopping them from being active. And I want to be able to show you just a quick little routine of some things that can be very helpful when dealing with achy, painful, or stiff hips. Now, if you are having any groin pain or pain down the legs, or numbness or tingling, anything that is pretty severe and limiting you from your daily activities, I would definitely check in with your medical practitioner first before doing these exercises. But if you are doing the day-to-day and it's just stopping you sometimes in your tracks of being more of an annoyance, then try these and see if they're helpful for you. So with this daily routine, it shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes, but they're things that are safe to repeat on a daily basis. And if they feel good, you can even do them twice a day. Now, the first, I'm going to go through our 4 of my top stretches. I do have some other helpful videos all about hip pain or bursitis and some other helpful topics about hip pain, so you can go back to watch those at some point too. Now, my first favorite stretch is going to address those deeper hip muscles and work on the general area that helps rotate your hips and gets you more comfortable, especially sitting down on the floor or crossing your legs. This is a figure 4 stretch. You can do this on your bed or you can do it down on a mat. And we're gonna take one ankle, cross it over your knee, and then reach between your legs and grab around that one thigh, so your stiff hip or your tight hip is going to feel a deep stretch right there in your buttock area. That stretches those muscles around your tailbone. If this is hard for you, you can also place that foot against a wall for a little assistance, and don't feel like you have to pull in so far, just enough where you start to feel a stretch there. I would repeat that about 20 to 30 seconds. You're holding twice each side. A little bit more advanced for the same muscles is a pigeon stretch. So this is going to be more pressure on your knee, but if your knee is okay, this is a wonderful stretch for getting your hip released in a deeper manner. So if the figure 4 stretch is getting easy for you, you can get down into a pigeon stretch. This is popular in yoga. And as you can see, my hip is a little limited and can't go quite down right now as I'm a little cold from stretching. But you want to get your hips level facing forward, and you're really getting that deep buttock areas to stretch here. For a deeper stretch, you can lean down and rest your arms either on a pillow or in front of you. But pausing and holding here into a pigeon stretch is going to be a very deep stretch that will help release those muscles in your hip, and holding there for about 30 seconds to a minute can be very helpful. Repeat that on the other side as well. Okay, next I'm going to show this with a pillow just for taking a little tension off your kneecap. But I'm going into a hip flexor stretch. So one leg's in front, I'm in a half kneeling position. I'm stretching the front of my hip here, your hip flexor, and I'm gonna tuck my butt muscles underneath me, and I'm gonna shift my weight forward until I get that stretch in the front there. And you don't wanna lean back, but you just wanna shift your weight forward a little bit. Hold for about 20 to 30 seconds, and you can do that 2 times on each side. Helpful to release the front of your hip, helps with your walking and your stride length, and releases any discomfort that you may have around your hip joint. The next one is an inner thigh stretch. Very important for not only the whole hips, but helps with any side-to-side movements. As women, we tend to have a lot of tightness in our inner thigh muscles, our adductor muscles, and this can affect your pelvic floor, those muscles between your legs that support your pelvic organs. So we want to, I have a pillow here again, we want to put one knee down and the other leg out to the side. I have my hands in front of me, And I'm gently going to lean backward a little bit until I get a pull in that inner thigh muscle. And you can shift your weight back and forth just a little bit gently. Hold for about 20 to 30 seconds. And then you can release and do the same thing on the other side as well. Play around with that one. Wherever you feel more tension there, that's where you want to pause and hold it. Stretches are meant to be held for at least 30 seconds if you're getting a good stretch, because that will allow the tissue to fully relax. And doing them twice on each side is helpful. Next, I'm going to use one of my favorite tools. This is a massage ball. Very different from just using a tennis ball or even a racquetball. This is meant for soft tissue release because it's a little more squishy, mimics actually getting some deep tissue massage, but you can use it on yourself. So I'm going to use this in the area where it's more meaty, back in the glute muscle area, and this will help release some of the tension in those muscles. You never want to put the ball right on the side of your hip to affect any irritation on the bursa. We want to go more in the meaty part where you have more tissue there. So I'm going to show you here. You can sit on there. Don't put it between your legs, but more on the buttock area. And I'm just going to I'm going to stay on my feet, and I'm using my body weight to kind of put as much pressure as I can tolerate, circling and just doing a little self-massage release there. If that is too intense, you can also just sit and just roll around while you're sitting, just putting a little less pressure on there. Or you can actually stand against a wall and then try it from there too. Sometimes when you start doing this, normal tissue should not be tender, but if it's super tender, you might want to find that one spot and pause there for about 20 seconds or so and just kind of breathe into it to get the tissue to relax. You will notice day after day when you start doing this, it should feel better, like you're not having so much tension in the tissue, but your tissue needs to be worked out. And sometimes that, along with the stretching, can help release those muscles a lot faster. If you want to get a little more intense, this is not for everyone, but you would cross that leg over and see how I'm lengthening and stretching the tissue while I'm putting a little pressure there too, which can be rather tender and you might not be able to tolerate that for very long, but just start for about 10 to 20 seconds and then move to another area. But same idea, go in that meatier area there. Now, these balls come in a little package together with two. You can do some other things for the spine, and I show that in some of my other videos. But for the purpose of this and working on your hip, I'm just using one ball around the glute muscle area there. I put a link below on how to order those as well. They're one of my favorite tools to recommend to my clients because they're very helpful for any soft tissue release around the hip and the glute area. So from there, with those 4 stretches, well, really 3 stretches, but I gave one a more advanced version with the pigeon stretch versus the figure 4, and then also the massage release. That should take you no more than 10 minutes a day. It's very easy to work on managing some of your symptoms and helping do some therapeutic work. This is especially important for women over 40. We have to do maintenance on our body in order for it to perform well and not break down. So that's a little homework piece for you, that 10-minute hip pain release work. And comment below, let me know which ones you've tried before or which ones seem challenging to you. I would hope that you try the series and try it for 2 weeks. If the pain has not gone away after about 10 days and you're trying some of these things, best to check in with a very experienced physical therapist that can guide you in the right direction. So thanks so much for watching. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already. I love to release new videos every week and help you along, heal your body, and find a more holistic way to help your vibrance and your health when you're a woman over 40. Thanks for watching.